so obnoxiously disruptive and yet so attractive? Well, looks aren't everything. Hello and welcome to an episode of Quirky Products Review. We are a channel that reviews products from common to the quirkiest, and we share our product experiences and opinions so that you can become the savvy, informed consumer. If you like our content, please hit that red subscribe button below the video as well as the notification bell to catch our latest content. Smash the thumbs up button if you want to save this content on your playlist. Thank you, and now back to the episode. I felt the need to put in my 2 cents after 2 months of its initial and much anticipated introduction to the world, the Cybertruck. I really had to let this product sink in. My initial reaction to the product was aversive. I was in shock of the design. It was at first abhorrent. As the presentation continued, my stance gradually changed. I had to really analyze this shift in my opinion. From the very beginning, the Cybertruck was disruptive and obtrusive. The design gave me flashbacks to the latest Lexus cars and SUVs, with their massive grills, uncompromising sharp edges and lines. Then it hit me. Tesla's Cybertruck is different. The attraction comes from the minimalist design, the sharp, clean, simple, and futuristic look. The more replays I played on the Cybertruck introduction presentation, the more I became drawn to the product. So I'm going to break down the 5 key things to consider before buying a Cybertruck. Although first impression of the truck is sharp, disruptive, and uncompromising, the simplicity in its overall design structure showed a very clean and easily recognizable product. The shape is surely not a conventional product, nor was it intended in design. During the hype period, Elon Musk first mentioned that the Tesla was in the process of making the truck. He said the design could alienate certain customers. Once during the introduction, the design definitely shows its inspiration from the movie Blade Runner as intended, as well as the fact that it is alienating and futuristic in its looks. The cargo area is designed with a lot of consideration, where the typical trucks have an exposed truck bed, and you would need to place additional money for an add-on cover. The Cybertruck comes with an ingenious designed automatic roll-in and roll-out cover that closes the cargo truck bed at a sloping angle, and it is completely built into the truck. It's not even a separate part or add-on, and it's automatic by a push of a button. This is probably my favorite part of the intention in the Cybertruck design. For all the trucks that I've seen on the road, this vehicle genre is known for getting things done. It doesn't matter if you look good and clean doing the work, you just have to get it done. Trucks are meant to be utilitarian. They're not meant to look like luxury vehicles, sport cars, or supercars. They're meant to take on the jobs that typical automobiles can't. From off-roading, moving, construction, etc., the main utility of the truck is to transport a sizable number of people and cargo from point A to point B. The Cybertruck certainly was designed with this focus. Simply at a glance of the specs, we can see that Tesla design team prioritized utilitarianism. So what are the specs? Well, there are 3 trims to the Cybertruck, or 3 tiers. In the first entry-level one, called single motor rear-wheel drive, it has a battery range of 250 miles EPA estimated. The acceleration goes from 0 to 60 6.5 seconds. The towing capacity is 7,500 pounds. The dual motor all-wheel drive, which is the mid-tier level of the Cybertruck, has a larger battery with an estimated range of 300 miles. The 0 to 60 is 4.5 seconds, and the towing capacity is 10,000 pounds. Range-wise, if we're considering this 300 miles range, this is the equivalent battery size of, or probably tier of a long-range battery for Model 3 or Model Y. Then on the highest tier of the Cybertruck is the tri-motor all-wheel drive. So this top tier has an estimated range of 500 miles, which is unheard of for an electric vehicle. The 0 to 60 acceleration is 2.9 seconds, which is literally the acceleration of a sports car, and the towing capacity is 14,000 pounds. So there's two numbers that really stick out here. The acceleration is really at perhaps a regular, I wouldn't even say regular sports car. It's at a very competitive level sports car acceleration of 2.9 seconds. And then the 500-mile range is pretty much equivalent to, probably even better and even more efficient than most combustion engine trucks. If you consider most trucks on a full tank of gas, and let's say you're not towing anything, so if you're running efficiently, your range is probably somewhere in the 400-mile range, somewhere between 400 to 500. And with Tesla, of course, if you're not really road tripping, if you're not going on a road trip, you're not using 100% of the battery in order to conserve the longevity of the battery. So if you're using, let's say, 80 or 90%, you're still in the 400 miles range. And for a truck of that size, towing capacity and acceleration, that is very impressive. Now, the one thing that I do have to bring up about this range is that there is a rumor that the current lithium-ion batteries that are currently being used in Tesla are actually not up to deliver this range. Tesla acquired a battery company called Maxwell Technologies, and they make dry cell batteries. So this 500-mile range Cybertruck could be using the newest batteries that we haven't seen on the electric vehicle industry. So this is something to look forward to. And of all the tiers, of course, Tesla made one standard body frame. So this has a storage of 100 cubic feet and a vault length of 6.5 feet, standard autopilot, adaptive air suspension, up to 16 inches of ground clearance, 35 degrees of approach angle, and 28 degrees of departure angle. I was blown away during the presentation on the durability of the truck, or at least the intention in the design. I had no idea Tesla can build a truck with 30 times cold rolled steel, not have a paint job on it, and then it's non-scratchable. And then they took a sledgehammer and didn't even make a dent. Seriously? What? Any car owner will vouch for this. No one wants to find a scratch or a dent on their vehicle, especially owners who take care of their vehicles. Wear and tear is unavoidable. The Cybertruck without a paint job can't be scratched or dented is mind-blowing. Additionally, trucks tend to have more wear and tear due to the types of activities that the vehicle has to endure, particularly off-roading or construction, which has more debris, rocks, and dirt. There could be a potential trade-off here. I'm always wondering, how does the steel stand up to rust over time? Cold weather places that have snow and salted roads, or places with very rainy or humid climate. These are certainly factors to consider, since the purpose of the paint is to prevent the rust and protect the metal frame of the vehicle. Although the glass shattered during the presentation, it seems like they found a design issue where the sledgehammer had already weakened the base of the glass window prior to the metal ball being thrown. Elon Musk responded with this with a video showed testing before the presentation. With Tesla or any electrical vehicle, we all understand at this point it has a less degree of maintenance due to the fact that electric vehicles have less car parts. So the traditional combustion engine trucks will more likely have higher maintenance costs because there are more parts that require care over time. Gas versus electricity. In 2020, electricity is still cheaper than gasoline. So operating cost is still going to lean towards electric vehicles. On top of this, electric vehicles are considered more tech than car, which allows the platform to have more safety features, and this leads to lower auto insurance rates. Wow, what a starting price. For an electric truck, that is insane. And the Max clearly is worth the buck if you consider the range, acceleration, and towing capacity. Let alone 6-seater and still have room for cargo. I see this as a great vehicle for typical truck users for work and also for people who are looking for a family vehicle to go on road trips. The downside could be the pain of finding parking for this truck. It is not a small truck, it is of a larger size. So in summary, the Cybertruck could really be considered, based on utilitarianism, that it is going to be a very popular vehicle. One, pricing. Two, because let's say for pricing, if we're not going to drive as long-range road trip vehicle, and even if you were, I think the Tesla charging grid might be enough that you won't have range anxiety. But let's say if you were just wanting this Tesla truck to do simple work of construction, things that requires a truck for your business, this is probably going to be very useful because of the cost that it can lower on your daily operations of business. Number two, if you have a large family and you're looking for that family vehicle where not only can you take a sizable number of family members on a road trip, but you also have luggage, bags, cargo, whatever it is that you have to take with you, or you have to haul something in the back, why would you want to drive a minivan if you can have this for about the same price, if not cheaper? And then also, lastly, maintenance on this vehicle. Now, I know the looks of this vehicle can still be something aversive to certain people, but I think if understanding the core of a truck is meant to get the job done, it doesn't matter what it looks like. And to me, I think Tesla really decided to do something that they created a product that I think is going to be very memorable in a good or a bad way. Overall, considering these 5 points, I hope you give a serious consideration to this truck if you're looking for something that will help you in either your daily operations or daily activities, or if you're looking for that family road trip vehicle. This could be it. So thank you again for watching this episode. I hope you found the information useful and perhaps also gave you a different perspective on the Cybertruck. Until next time, this is QPR. Thanks for watching.